Arbiter Xylos, a being of pure chronal resonance, observed the human vessel on the central display. Its FTL signature was a discordant screech in the pristine temporal flow of the galactic network. "They are inefficient," Xylos resonated, its form pulsing with irritation, addressing the Chronosian conclave. "Their jump drives introduce unacceptable temporal fluctuations into the nexus pathways. A primitive, noisy approach." Subarbiter Lyra, a younger Chronosian still perfecting her own temporal coherence, resonated agreement. "Our civilization," she sent, her light a steady, ordered glow, "is built upon perfect chronal alignment. Their humanity is an affront to the purity of the universal timeline." Dr. Anya Sharma, head of Human Temporal Mechanics for the United Earth Stellar Command, stood impassively before the Chronosian arbiter. She'd spent weeks in this chamber, listening to their elegant, condescending pronouncements. The Chronosians, beings of pure temporal energy, viewed the galaxy as a vast, interconnected network of perfectly aligned moments. To them, temporal drift was an existential threat, and humanity, with its unpredictable biological processes and imperfect, time-dilation drives, was the ultimate source of temporal static. "Arbiter," Anya stated, her voice calm and modulated, "our drives are reliable and adaptable. They operate across a broad spectrum of quantum temporal fluctuations." Several Chronosian forms pulsed with a dismissive shimmer. "Adaptable? You describe a system that tolerates impurity as adaptable. We describe a system that achieves perfection through harmonic alignment. Effective immediately, your species' crude FTL methods are forbidden from the nexus pathways. We will deploy the chronal stabilizers. Any vessel attempting a jump outside of optimal temporal parameters will be resynced, effectively halted in their own present." Anya felt a cold dread. The nexus pathways were the galactic superhighways. Without them, human expansion would grind to a halt. "Arbiter, that would cut off our deep space colonies. It would be an act of aggression." "A correction, Doctor," Xylos replied, its light hardening. "A realignment. Your ships simply cannot comprehend the precision required. You are too chaotic." Anya simply nodded. "Then you will find humanity's chaos to be a feature, not a bug." Days later, the chronal stabilizers were active, bathing humanity's sector in an imperceptible, harmonizing energy. On the Chronosian observation vessels, initial reports were positive. Human FTL signatures, normally a spiking, erratic waveform, began to flatten. The chaotic jitter of human ships entering and exiting FTL, once a jarring temporal anomaly, smoothed into a predictable, stable pulse. "Success," Xylos resonated. "Their temporal instability is being quelled. Chronal efficiency metrics are rising." Captain Valerius, commander of the human stealth frigate Phantom Asterisk, however, looked worried. "Dr. Sharma, the stabilizers are working. Our FTL drives are struggling. They can't generate enough temporal instability to initiate a jump. We're locked down." "Don't worry, Captain," Anya said, a faint, almost imperceptible smile touching her lips. "They think their perfection is our weakness. They've forgotten that sometimes the most effective tool isn't the smoothest one. Lieutenant, activate Project Temporal Ripple." Full spread. The Chronosian stabilizers pulsed with steady, rhythmic light, enforcing their perfect temporal resonance across the human sector. Subarbiter Lyra, on a patrol vessel, observed a human cargo ship attempt a jump. Its FTL drive whined, struggled against the imposed harmony, then sputtered, unable to generate the necessary chaotic temporal flux for its jump. It drifted silently. Predicted, Lyra resonated with satisfaction. Their inherent temporal noisiness cannot overcome pure resonance. Then the human warship Phantom appeared on their sensors. It powered up its drive, its temporal signature spiking wildly, far outside any acceptable chronosian parameters. Lyra's patrol vessel transmitted a warning. Cease jump preparations. Your frequency is impure. Temporal resync imminent. Dr. Sharma's voice, calm and clear, broadcast across all chronosian frequencies. Arbiter Xylos, this is Dr. Sharma of the HFS Phantom. You call us chaotic. We call it adaptability. Your pristine timeline is about to experience true temporal resolution. The Phantom didn't try to jump. Instead, its drive core flared, not with a jump field, but with a controlled, highly focused emission of pure, unadulterated temporal jitter . Not a smooth temporal warp, but a complex, multi-layered torrent of random, non-repeating temporal displacements. A perfect signal of imperfection in time. On the Chronosian patrol vessel, Lyra's form began to flicker. Her light distorted, her coherent thought processes breaking into fragmented, illogical bursts of pure emotion. Drift. Too much drift. My coherence is breaking. Her synchronized movements became jerky, out of sync with her own past self. Arbiter Xylos's own form began to waver. The chronal network, designed to filter and correct temporal deviations, was receiving input so utterly chaotic, so perfectly random that its own internal coherence began to unravel. Its attempts to correct the human jitter only amplified the discord within its own systems. They are generating antichronons. A Chronosian analyst shrieked, their light dimming. Their temporal frequency is undefined. It is collapsing our processing. We cannot categorize. The Phantom continued to broadcast its perfectly tuned temporal chaos. It wasn't a weapon of destruction. It was a weapon of utter disorientation. The chronal stabilizers, instead of enforcing order, began to broadcast their own distorted, screaming cacophony of broken temporal frequencies. The nexus pathways, once pristine channels of time, became a storm of agonizing, unsynchronized temporal echoes. Arbiter Xylos's form convulsed. Withdraw the stabilizers. Retreat. Their impurity is contagious. Lyra's form had completely dissolved into a scattered light. Her last coherent thought a scream of pure, unfiltered temporal terror. The Chronosian patrol vessels, unable to maintain their coherence, either fled or fractured into incoherent bursts of light, unable to function. The nexus pathways, once a symbol of Chronosian control, became a swirling maelstrom of unusable, agonizing temporal static. Back on the Phantom Dr. Sharma turned off the emitter. The storm of light in the nexus pathways slowly began to dissipate. They couldn't handle the truth, Captain, Anya said, a satisfied smirk on her face. Their entire existence is based on temporal purity. We just showed them what happens when you feed a perfectly clean system a perfectly random input. It breaks. Captain Valerius looked at the retreating Cronosian fleet, their forms flickering like dying embers. They called us primitive, they called us chaotic, but they forgot one thing. "What's that, Doctor?" Arlo asked. "Humans," she replied, "are really good at making chaos. And sometimes, chaos is exactly what you need to break something that thinks it's unbreakable." The Cronosian conclave, for all their ethereal elegance and mastery of time, had just learned a terrifying truth. Humanity didn't need to conform to galactic standards. They redefined them. They took the very concept of imperfection and weaponized it, turning their supposed weakness into a devastating, mind-bending force. The cosmos had just experienced true, human-level temporal static, and it was human. Fuck. Yeah.